I love being an adult learning new things. Did you know that medicine is not in glasses? I have never worn prescription glasses a day in my life. I've always had 20/20 vision. A lot of the people in my family have and wear glasses. And they always say, oh my gosh, I gotta get a new prescription. My medicine ran out and my glasses. Like,
this woman made a video about how she always thought, she just recently found out that glasses do not have medicine in them. She just recently found this out via TikTok. People are dragging her in the comment section. They're dragging her. They're making fun of her. But to me, I can kind of see why she would have thought that. Okay, now it's obvious to me that there isn't medicine in glasses. Glasses are basically magnifying glasses. Now, see, I know this because I always played with magnifying glasses as a kid. A lot of us did this as kids. We would hold them up to the sunlight and we would use them to burn ants. So it's obvious to me, but maybe she didn't grow up doing that as a kid. She mentioned that her grandmother and the other older people that she grew up around used to describe glasses as having medicine in them. And so that's why she thought glasses had medicine in them. And the stars have never perfectly aligned to have given her the opportunity to learn otherwise. And she doesn't wear glasses, so it's not like she would go and look it up. That information isn't relevant to her. So that's how she made it all the way to adulthood, not knowing that glasses do not have medicine in them. So I think what happened was, this is something that commonly happens in the English language, and I did make a TikTok video about this earlier this year. Commonly in the English language, people will take two terms that are closely related and they'll use them interchangeably when they're not actually interchangeable. And I think that's what happened in this case. When her grandmother and the other older people that she grew up around, when they would describe their glasses as their medication glasses, I think what they were doing is they were using the words prescription and medication and using them interchangeably. So they would refer to them as medicine glasses, but what they really meant was their prescription glasses. I think they were using those two terms interchangeably, and I made a video about that earlier this year. The example that I used was Twin Towers and World Trade Center. People use those two terms interchangeably, even though Twin Towers and World Trade Center are not interchangeable terms. The Twin Towers were two of the 7 buildings that stood at the World Trade Center back in the early 2000s. The World Trade Center is still there, even though some people think the World Trade Center is gone. The World Trade Center is just there. It's just 2 of the buildings that stood in the World Trade Center are gone. Also, I want to point out that the stars have to perfectly align in order for a person to have the opportunity to learn something. I'll use myself as an example. I just found out a week ago that Bishop Noel Jones and Grace Jones are twins. They're fraternal twins. Even though they're both public figures and this is public information, I've never heard this before. I didn't grow up watching Bishop Noel Jones's show, Preachers of LA. I didn't watch that show back in the early 2000s. And Grace Jones, the peak of her career was back in the 80s, but I wasn't born until 88, and I grew up in the late 90s and the early 2000s. So it's not like I grew up following her career. So I've never heard her mention her brother, and I've never heard Bishop Noel Jones mention his sister. So it's like the stars never aligned for me to have learned that Noel Jones and Grace Jones are twins. It's just never happened. Same thing happened with her. Nothing has ever happened to put her in a position to learn that glasses don't actually have medicine in them. And she didn't go and look it up because it's not relevant to her. She doesn't wear glasses. So people are attacking her in the comment section. She turned off the comments for some of her videos, which is unfortunate. I don't think anybody should be attacking her. I don't think anybody should be making fun of her. People are responding to her video and they're being super snarky, but I think her grandmother was using prescription and medication interchangeably, which is why she would refer to them as her medicine glasses. And so she grew up thinking that glasses have medicine in them. There's no need to attack her. There's no need to make fun of her. Nobody knows everything.